What's up, guys? It's finally March, and we're here with the March Madness bracket, and we're here to fill out a consensus Mayo show bracket together. We all have our separate brackets, and we'll be talking about what we think about every team in this tournament. But we will be picking unanimously upon our own Mayo show bracket to see how it does. But we're back again with Shane and Alex. And let's get straight into it with the West region of the division, where we start off with Gonzaga and Georgia State. This just seems like a no-brainer off the bat. I mean, Gonzaga, most points per game in the nation, highest field goal percentage. Drew Timme and Chet Holmgren are way too much for a Georgia State team that actually, they weren't bad. They won I believe they won their conference tournament. That's why they got an automatic bid as a 16 seed. But I honestly think this Gonzaga team could be better than last year's team. I'm not gonna lie. So
Easy.
I obviously
Like
have
how
them moving on here. I don't know about you guys.
easy. Like
Yeah, we don't even need to talk about.
All right,
games.
we're not talking about this.
that's the option.
Gonzaga, a slight. I mean, before we get into the rest of this, I mean, March Madness, picking a bracket. There's a strategy to it. There's stuff that goes into picking a bracket because we know all the stuff that's happened in the past. Like you got to take into account what's happened in the past. Obviously, what we know about the teams and stuff like that. What?
Skill matter. Zero skill in bracket picking, bro. Can't lie.
Yeah.
You're telling me that South Carolina year when they went to the Final Four and there was like the most random four teams, like it takes like knowing the teams, but like you can't never.
But I'm just saying, like in our consensus bracket, we got to have that one team that's maybe like a 10 seed that makes a little run. You know,
Texas Tech.
we got to have that. All right, Boise State and Memphis. This is a good game. This is a good game. Two good teams. Boise State. They played a hell of a year. They won their conference in actually a good conference. They beat San Diego State in the championship game of that conference, one of the best defensive teams in the nation. And they're going up against a Memphis team who legitimately might be one of the hottest teams in the country. They've been playing really good basketball, and they have a lot of talent and size. I don't know about you guys. I'm going with Memphis. They're so hot, and they're riding the momentum into March.
I'm also going with Memphis.
So we're picking Memphis.
They looked really good against Houston last week. I was watching that game a little. They've been really hot recently, and you don't want to pick against a team like that.
For sure.
I also think before we move on, Boise State shoots 65% from the free throw line, which is killer in tournament.
No, that's actually a key. Like when it comes to March Madness and keeping teams away from coming back, you got to be able to make your free throws, and that's a key statistic to look at when you're looking at potential close games like this one. But moving on to the next game, we got UConn and New Mexico State. I mean, these 5-12 games, these are usually some common upsets happening in these games, and New Mexico State is a worthy opponent for a UConn team that has been good, but sometimes not so good. But me personally, I just don't think New Mexico State is good enough to handle UConn and Sonogo down in the post. They have good big play. RJ Cole can step up. We saw him do that against Villanova at home in the regular season. But I like UConn, and I like them going decently far. So I like them beating New Mexico State. They've had some success previously in tournaments too, so I like where they're at.
Yeah, I think I have UConn in my Sweet 16, so
Mm.
I am picking them.
I'm picking UConn, but I do think it's gonna be a really close game. New Mexico State haven't lost a game by more than 4 points since mid-January, which is a pretty crazy stat.
That's
actually
impressive.
And honestly, like they have good guard play, but I gotta go with UConn. I think they're gonna make a run here.
Yeah. All right, moving on to this next game. This next game is very interesting. Arkansas, which is a team I have loved so much since mid-season when I started getting into college basketball more after the NFL season ended. But JD Notae, man, that guy is elite. I mean, he is one of the best players in college basketball. Best scorers. He should be up there for the Wooden Award. We saw that game where they beat Kentucky. I mean, Arkansas is a good team. They beat some really good teams. They're in the SEC. They played those good teams like Tennessee, like Kentucky, and they've won those games. They've kept it close. They don't get blown out. And I like them along with Jalen Williams. He's a good forward for Arkansas. I like them against this Vermont team that is really impressive. Also, I mean they held teams to 60 points per game over the season, which is insane. I mean, 60 points per game is very low. They have a stellar defense. Um, and in their conference championship game, they were favored by 15 points. 15 points in the championship game of their conference, and they ended up winning by 40. So they're a really good team, and this should be a good game.
Yeah. I got Arkansas pretty easily.
All right.
I also got Arkansas, but I mean, Vermont is a team that, I mean, just because they their strength of schedule is really low doesn't mean that their defense isn't valid because they had a really good team.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm surprised none of us picked an upset here, to be totally honest with you.
I don't think about it.
But let's get into the next game. This is an interesting one. Rutgers and Notre Dame. We'll start with that. Who you guys got winning that game?
I got Rutgers winning.
Same.
I could see Notre Dame winning this game. I mean, Notre Dame coming off a bad loss in the ACC tournament, but they are a good team still. I thought personally that Texas A&M should have been in over them, to be totally honest with you guys.
100%.
And I'm going to have to go with the Rutgers because they played some really solid basketball at some points in the season. I mean, they beat 4 ranked opponents in 4 straight games, which is absolutely insane and not something to discredit. So I have Rutgers to win that game against Notre Dame, and then I have Alabama to beat them. I'm not picking an upset yet. I like this Alabama team. They score a lot of points. They're good on offense. They don't have great efficiency, but I think they can get the job done. They had the number 1 strength of schedule out of any team in the nation. Although they went 5-5 in their last 10 games, I believe. I believe Alabama, they get it done with Jaden Shackelford and their supporting cast, and I really like what they do on offense. They score a lot of points.
I got first upset, basically. I got Rutgers winning this game, to be honest with you. I'm not that impressed by Alabama, even though they played a hard schedule. They do let up like 78 points per game or something crazy like that. They lost 3 of their last 4 games. They shoot barely over 30% from 3. Like, if they get cold, which they tend to do, I think this game could end in a bad state for them. So I got Rutgers winning. Let's go, Shane.
So we're gonna have Rutgers going on in the Mayo Show consensus because I also picked.
What if Notre Dame wins though?
Then we can pick Alabama.
Yeah.
All right.
Fun
so you
fact.
guys go with Rutgers.
Fun fact, guys. Since 2010, number 6 seeds are just 21-23 against number 11 seeds. So they have a less than 50% chance to win, basically, if you're the 6 seed playing the 11 seed, which is crazy.
There's so many
I guess, but like I have some other 6 seeds losing to 11 seeds in my bracket, so
yeah.
All right, so I guess we're going with Rutgers in this right here, but I'm going with Alabama in my bracket. Next game, Texas Tech, Montana State. Texas Tech, the number 1 defensive team in all of college basketball. They're a good team. They don't have that guy. I'm not gonna lie, they don't have that guy on offense. And they gotta hold teams low to win. But this should be an easy one, at least for me. Montana State, not a great conference, and I think Texas Tech should roll through this.
Yeah.
Easy Tech win.
Yeah.
All right, this is more of an interesting game. Michigan State and Davidson. Michigan State, they played close with a lot of teams in their good Big Ten conference. They've won some games. They beat Purdue at home. They're an interesting team. I think they're really well coached, which is why I'm going to pick them in this game because I like Tom Izzo and what he does as a coach in his career, and I think he's going to propel them to win this game against Davidson. Davidson's a good team. Don't underestimate Davidson. They've done some great things. They had a bad loss to Richmond in their conference championship, but I think I didn't like that loss at all. They're good offensively, but I'm gonna have to go with Michigan State in this one.
I got Davidson. I got the opposite. I think Michigan State isn't that great. They're gritty, they're scrappy, but they're like basically just mid. at offense and defense efficiency in general. I think that Davidson runs the tempo for majority of the game, which is nice in college basketball. You control the ball a lot. It's good. Get the other team away from it. So I think Davidson's going to scrap it out, get a good victory here.
I also think it's going to be a good game, but I want to pick Davidson, but after seeing them lose to Richmond, I did pick Michigan State.
Also, the thing with my pick, I mean, sometimes you just got to pick with your heart and what you want to see. And I want to see Tom Izzo play against Coach K in his last year. I think that's so fitting. I don't know why, but that's fitting. That coaching duel has always been it's always been good. They've always faced each other a lot in the tournament, and I think they face each other once more. Do we even really need to talk about this next
Yeah,
game?
we do.
No, we don't.
I'm joking.
All right, CSU Fullerton is nothing compared to Duke. There is no way CSU Fullerton, in my opinion, is upsetting Duke. They're not in a very good conference. They didn't really do much. I'm not gonna lie, that I liked. But Duke, obviously, they have Bonchero. He's a great player. He's a freshman, which could be a concern for me as we go on. But yeah, Coach K is not losing the first round.
I just want to let you know, though, before we go, that game is going to be close. Mark my words. That's going to be the closest game Duke has to the Elite Eight, I think.
Wow. Okay. Should we go over to the South or should we stay in the West?
Let's go to the South.
Let's go to South.
All right. Arizona versus hopefully my boy Peter Kiss on the Bryant Bulldogs. That guy is electric. I want them to win that game. I want them to play against Arizona. I want them to put up a fight. I'm going to be rooting for them. Peter Kiss is so awesome. I love that guy. But Arizona is going to be too much for them. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not picking a 16 to beat a 1 this year. So I got Arizona. They're too good. They're too well-rounded. And they're an NBA-style team playing at a college level. So I really think that they're going to go far in this tournament, and I like them against the 16 seed.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, I would say.
All right. Now we will get on to Seton Hall versus TCU. This is an interesting matchup. Seton Hall has some height. They have some concerns in the backcourt, in my opinion. But they definitely have some great height. They played well. They played pretty good in their conference, the Big East. But I'm gonna roll with TCU. They're proven. They beat teams like Texas twice in a row. They've shown that they can beat these good teams, and they beat Kansas. They beat Texas. I mean, they're really good, and they're gonna beat Seton Hall in this first round. I mean, they're proven, and I like them going in the tournament. They're hot.
I got opposite. I have Seton Hall. I think good rebounding will take them pretty far. I mean, there's not much else to say. They have lost to Villanova twice and UConn twice, but I think Villanova and UConn are elite teams. But I think they're better offensive teams, to be honest. So I got Seton Hall.
So I like you going third because then I'm the deciding factor. You guys. I also have TCU. So
yes, sir.
But yeah, they had some impressive wins. 5 wins against the top 25 this year.
Hey, I'm telling you, TCU can put up a fight with Arizona. I'm not gonna lie. I have Arizona coming out of that game, but they can put up a fight with them. They can. Next game, Houston versus UAB. Houston, they won the regular season title in their AAC conference, and they won the conference championship. I've said they're a fraudulent team for a while, and I still think that. And I'm picking an upset here. UAB is moving on against Houston. I mean, tell me this name isn't sick. Jelly Walker. Jelly Walker on UAB. Damn. He's dope. He's insane. He's a really good scorer. UAB is a really good three-point shooting team, and we know that these teams that shoot the lights out and shoot the ball, if they have this on shooting night, they're the kind of upset teams, and I really think they can upset Houston in this spot.
Alex, let me go second so you can
All
be
right,
the.
yeah, go ahead.
I actually picked UAB on my bracket, but I'm going to switch it right now to Houston. Even though I do also think Houston's fraudulent. They literally have 0 quad 1 wins. Me and Joey were talking about that a little, but they seem to bring it together like against teams that aren't as good. And I'm not like hating on UAB, but I just feel like Houston can like take care of business in a game like this. But once they face like probably Illinois, I'm gonna say, but I don't see them winning that game. But I'm gonna have them win the first round.
That's valid. All right, so are we going to Houston? Because I know Alex is probably
Coming into this, I actually considered UAB for a while because I was worried about Houston's free throw shooting. Like I said, I mentioned that's huge. And, they're not that great, but that defense is so elite. That defense is actually so good. I think that they're going to end up coming. I'll give a score prediction, my normal score predictions. I'm going to go 72-59 to Houston.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So we're going to Houston?
Yep.
All right. Now moving on, Illinois and Chattanooga. Chattanooga's this is a really good matchup for them against Illinois. I'm not picking the upset here, but I know a lot of people will. They had that last second heave from half court to move on to the tournament, which was absolutely electric, and that was sick to watch in their conference championship game. They're a good team. Watch out for the Mocs, but I really like what Kofi Cockburn and this Illinois team has done, and I don't think they're going out first round. I think they're going to be moving on in this spot. Even though
I swear his name is Kofi Cockburn.
It smelled like that, but it's Cockburn.
Oh yeah, is it?
I mean, he's very dominant. It is Cockburn.
Cockburn.
It is Cockburn.
It's Cockburn.
It's Cockburn.
All right.
I'm going with Cockburn.
I got Illinois too.
Yeah, okay. Well, we got the consensus Illinois pick. All right. Let's go on to Colorado State and Michigan. I personally thought one of my flaws with what the committee did, I didn't think the committee did a great job seeing these teams personally. But one of the flaws I thought was that Michigan was put way too high. I mean, as a 17-14 team, I think that's ridiculous. I think the committee overrates the Big Ten, in my opinion. But I'm still picking them in this spot. I think this is an upset spot. I mean, no, but the thing is, this isn't even an upset. Literally, Michigan is favored in this game by 2.5 points as an 11 seed over a 6 seed. But, I mean, that makes sense because they're a Big Ten team and Colorado State is coming out of the MAC. Or, wait, no, not the MAC. The whatever the conference Wyoming's in and Boise State. But they lost in their conference tournament. They're a good team. They're a good 3-point shooting team. But they're just not it. And I think Juwan Howard is going to find a way to get the dub in the first round. They're overall a good team. Michigan State has some good wins. Let's not forget about that. And they have some guys coming back like Eli Brooks and some other guys. And I like them to win this game against Colorado State.
Jen, you want to go?
Sure. I actually also picked Michigan here. Literally the same thing as Joey. I don't think Michigan deserved an 11 seed, but I think they could definitely take care of Colorado State because they've played better teams. So they definitely had a tough schedule in the Big Ten. Colorado State did not. They literally didn't play a game against like a top 25 team, I think. So,
they beat good teams though, didn't they not?
Who, Colorado State? No, Colorado State is a good team. Colorado State.
They beat Boise State twice, St. Mary's by 16, and Creighton by 15.
I mean, is that okay? That's not the most.
It's impressive. Right? They're all tournament teams.
Those are tournament teams, bro.
I know, but like
Michigan lost to UCF and Minnesota.
But Colorado State hasn't been to the tournament in a really long time. I believe it's like 30 years, maybe I heard or something like that. But yeah, so I like Michigan with the experience, and they know what Juwan Howard knows what he's doing. I think they come away with the win. What about you, Alex? Are you
Well,
gonna?
it doesn't matter, but I was Colorado State,
All
so
right,
but I guess it's Michigan.
here we're going Michigan. All right, moving on to the next game, Tennessee and Longwood. This is Longwood's first time ever being in the tournament.
Longwood.
They are just not that great. I mean, their only thing is, though, they can shoot the ball good, which literally is sometimes the reason these really low seeded teams somehow pull out of victories because they just shoot the lights out in the game. But Tennessee's defense is too good. They've been playing too good to go out the first round. I mean, they beat Kentucky by like 15, which is ridiculous. And they, even with their tough schedule, they handled business. They won the SEC tournament, and they're really proven and really good team going in the tournament. So I like them to win this game.
Easy Tennessee.
All right, you guys got anything to say, or should we just move on?
We could just move on.
Yeah. All right. Interesting game here. Ohio State and Loyola Chicago. I've been saying for a while Ohio State is fraudulent to me. They're probably the most inconsistent team, for me at least. And I have them losing here to Sister Jean. I mean, they're just a March Madness made team. I mean, in 10-7, that's always common upset. Ohio State's only a 1-point favorite in this game, which is pretty crazy. But I like Loyola Chicago to take the win. I think Ohio State is gonna choke once again. They lost in the second round, their first time playing in their Big Ten tournament to Penn State, and Loyola Chicago is a sneaky good team, and I think they come away with the victory.
I'm also rolling with Sister Jean. They're like, if you learn one thing from last year, you don't pick against Loyola, and then you don't pick with Ohio State. So Ohio State, they're
True.
frauds.
True.
No defense.
Could be a vengeance here, though. Who knows? And then last game, Villanova, Delaware. I don't think Delaware is very competent. They had a good run to win their conference tournament. They were definitely not supposed to win their conference tournament, but they won as a 5 seed. And then Villanova with Colin Gillespie, very solid team. I don't like them going forward really in the tournament, to be totally honest with you. But I like them definitely getting past the first round into the second with Colin Gillespie, who's an absolute dog. He's just cold-blooded. And I don't really know if I like the pieces around him that much. But they definitely have very experienced coaching in Jay Wright, and they're gonna be a good team for sure. So I got them winning.
Sam, not much to say. Delaware aren't that great.
All right. We will move down to, let's just go to the Midwest. We'll talk about the East last. So we'll start off with Kansas and whoever they're going to play. It doesn't matter. Kansas will win the game. Kansas has too good of an offense. And they're not getting upset. There's going to be no 116 upsets, at least in my bracket. I don't know about you guys. And then moving on to the next game, we got San Diego State and Creighton. Another interesting 8-9 matchup. San Diego State with a great defense. I've watched some of their games. I didn't really like what they really did on offense, to be totally honest with you. But I do like what Creighton does on offense, on the other hand. I mean, I really like what Coach McDermott does for Creighton. I think he's a really good coach. I think he's going to coach well in this game. It was really surprising what they did in the Big East tournament. They almost beat Villanova and won the whole thing. But they got this 9 seed, and I liked them in this matchup against San Diego State.
Yeah, I got Creighton too. I think San Diego State relies too much on their defense, and they're not that great offensively, and Creighton's a scary team. So yeah.
Yeah, I also have Creighton. They've looked really good recently. They blew out Providence, right? And then they almost won the Big East. So,
all right. Next matchup, we got Iowa and Richmond. I didn't think Richmond was going to get in the tournament. They impressively won their conference tournament, but I have them going out first round to Iowa. Iowa going pretty far. I'm not going to lie. I just really love the way they shoot the ball. Really love the way they've been playing. They have a star in Keegan Murray. Big man play is kind of suspect, but it's not bad, and they're good. They're a really hot and really good team going into March, so they're going to be scary to play against, and I really like them at least win this first game.
I'm also picking Iowa, and I have Iowa going far, but I feel like this game is going to be good. Like I feel like Richmond's just like
I agree.
after watching them against Davidson, they're just like that team. I don't know.
Yeah, they're pretty gritty. I'm not gonna lie. They won like a lot of their games in their conference tournament as underdogs, so they're definitely used to being underdogs. Iowa's 10-point favorites in this game, so
Yeah,
that's a good margin for a 5-10 game.
I think it'll be close though. I think it'll be close, but yeah, I got Iowa.
All right, interesting game here. Providence and South Dakota State. South Dakota State has never won in the tournament the 5 times they've got in. Providence is suspect and can be blown out as they did against Creighton in the Big East tournament. They're not consistent. They're a gritty team though. They were in 10 plus close games in the regular season with less than 5 losses, which says you can think of that either way. You can think of that in the sense that they got lucky, and you can also think of that in the sense that they are gritty and they win close games. But South Dakota State is a really good team, and they score the ball like no one else except for Gonzaga. They're second in points per game in the nation behind Gonzaga, first in 3-point percentage. Providence obviously didn't end their season well. They got blown out by 30. I really like South Dakota State in this spot. I like them coming out with the upset against a Providence team that is just not looking great as of right now. And South Dakota State is one of the hottest teams in the country, going 30-4. I mean, absolutely crazy. But they're a team that can definitely put the ball in the basket, and I think they're going to win this game.
I am picking Providence, but obviously South Dakota State can win this game if Providence has an off shooting night like they did against Creighton. Like you said, they can easily fall apart quick. But I just think Providence is the better team. They've had to face a tougher schedule.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the consensus pick of a lot of people, like just overall, is South Dakota State, which is crazy. But I feel like a lot of people are hating on Providence for sure.
Yeah, I'm nervous about South Dakota State's defense. I think they obviously on a 21 game win streak or some crazy stuff like that, and they don't really lose when they're up at halftime. But these long runs they give up because they just don't defend is scary. That being said, I don't like Providence, so I'm gonna go South Dakota State.
It's these offensive teams that move on and get these upsets. Though. That's what I've been saying. So that's why one of the reasons I like South Dakota State to win this, to get this upset. But our consensus pick is South Dakota State with the upset against Providence. Now moving on to this next game, LSU and Iowa State. LSU has a pretty fast pace, good defense. They've just been a pretty solid team. Not much special, but I really have been low on this Iowa State team going in the tournament. I mean, the two out of their last 3 games, they've scored 41 points and 36 points. So, and that's just unacceptable to do that. And obviously, they lost both of those games by a lot. They've had some solid wins. They have Isaiah Brockington. He's a good player. But I like LSU in this spot. They've had a tough strength of schedule. They know what they're going up against. They know how they got to play this game, and I like them to come out with the win.
I got the opposite. I got Iowa State. So now this is the problem,
Really?
though. This really messes up my bracket for the consensus because I have Iowa State winning the next round, too.
Ooh.
Against Wisconsin?
You'll just have to pick, Alex. You'll just have to pick like based off, whom.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but I just want it to be known when this podcast we come back and watch me get Iowa State right on both. I just wanted to be known that I picked them.
Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. I really don't. I'm really low on this Iowa State team. I really don't like this Iowa State team.
Alex, should I pick Iowa State just so we can?
Yes, bro. Pick them, bro.
Nah,
They're elite, bro. They're exactly what you want to go
I don't wanna
far
mess
in
up
March Madness.
What are they? What are they?
Elite defensively, low
That's
turnover
not exactly
percentage.
what you want.
Yeah,
That's not
what?
exactly what you want.
Elite defensively, low turnovers, good free throw shooting team, a player that can actually score like Brockton, experience in Mobley. LSU is young. They have no one from last year,
Experience in
basically.
Mobley.
Turn the ball over a ton.
You talking about USC or Iowa State?
LSU is young, and they turn the ball over a ton.
Who's
Why'd
Mobley?
you bring up Mobley?
Oh, I don't know why I brought up Mobley. Wrong guy. I'm just saying. I'm telling you, Iowa State is a team. Trust.
All right.
I'm going LSU.
Have faith.
Yeah, we're going with
Shane.
LSU here. I'm sorry. We'll refer back to this if Iowa State wins this game though. Next game, Colgate's interesting. Colgate's actually interesting. They shoot the lights out. I mean, they just shoot and shoot and shoot. We've seen them in the tournament before. They've kind of been this little sleeper team. But I really like Wisconsin. I mean, they don't have really much big man play. They heavily rely on Johnny Davis, which could be a problem, but we've seen them time and time again beat these great teams. They won the regular. Wait, no, they did not win the regular season championship because they lost to Nebraska in the final game of the season. And if they won that game, they would have had it locked up. But I like them to win against Colgate, and I think they're going to be too much.
I also have Wisconsin. I have Wisconsin going really far in my bracket, so I'm rolling with them. They looked really good this year. They've had a lot of good wins against tournament teams this year, so I'm going with Wisconsin.
Yeah, Sam.
All right, another interesting game we got here. We got Miami, who's got a very good offense with a lot of potential. They beat some good teams. I believe didn't they beat Duke at one point in the regular season? I may be wrong. But they definitely won some good games in the ACC. I really like them, and I've been saying USC is a fraud. They're very good defensively, but I don't like them in this spot. I like it. I like my offensive teams getting the upsets, and I'm gonna pick Miami in this spot because I really think they can push the tempo. They can get these buckets. We know how they play. We know they're great offensively. And this USC team, they can't be playing how they did against Washington in the semifinal of that Pac-12 tournament where they had 23 turnovers and still won the game. That's not going to cut it against this Miami team. And Miami takes advantage of those turnovers, so I got Miami in this game.
As do I.
Wait, hold up. I have USC. I guess it doesn't matter, but I had USC just because I like their experience. I guess. I don't know why I picked them, but I picked them, and I'm just going with
You picked them.
Yeah, Isaiah. It could be a valid pick. I mean, Isaiah Mobley is a great player. They have Boogie Ellis. They have some good pieces, but I just don't like what they've done this year, and I like Miami to win this game. And then Auburn. I've seen people pick this upset right here. Jacksonville State against Auburn. Jacksonville State didn't even win their conference championship, I believe. Yet they're a 15 seed in the tournament. But I have Auburn win this. I don't really care. I'm not picking a 2 to lose to a 15 this year. I don't know about you guys, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, no, I'm going with Auburn.
Okay. Let's move on to this side of the bracket, the East, where we got Baylor and Norfolk State. Baylor, they had the best resume going into the tournament until they lost to Oklahoma in the first round of their conference tournament, which was pretty terrible. But they're going against Norfolk State. I don't think they have a chance. Baylor takes this. Then we got North Carolina against Marquette. Should be a pretty good game. Marquette is a great player in Justin Lewis. He's a really good player. North Carolina has really good big man play. They've been proven. They beat Duke. They beat some good teams. They have Armando Bacot. He's very good down in the low post. He's a very good big, very good at rebounding, and I think they take this game against Marquette. I like him. I mean, they could even upset Baylor, honestly. They play
I
good.
got
They play a good style of basketball, and Caleb Love's a good guard, but I really like Baycott, and I think they're winning this game.
Yeah, I like Marquette. I think they have good wins this season. That's all I got to say.
I'm going with UNC. I think they're better than an 8 seed. I think they've been they have a pretty impressive resume this season, but I could see Marquette winning. I don't know. It's kind of a toss up, but I think UNC will pull it out.
All right, we're going with UNC. St. Mary's against Indiana or Wyoming. I got Indiana winning that game. I don't know about you guys, but they've been playing some really good basketball. I think they got seeded a little too low. I think they should at least be swapped with Michigan. But I really like them, and I think they could be that kind of UCLA team like last year or an Oregon State, but I like them to beat St. Mary's. I think they're a good matchup against St. Mary's. I think they would be too much with Trace Jackson Davis and Race Thompson or whatever against the St. Mary's team. I mean, they played great against Gonzaga, and they played good at certain times. So I don't really like them that much, to be honest. I mean, they have good big men play, but I think I really like what Indiana's done. They beat a team that has a great big man in Illinois, so why can't they beat St. Mary's? I like Indiana in the spot.
I'm going St. Mary's. Shout out Noah Bohan. That's all I gotta say.
Same. Shout out to Obain. St. Mary's roll. Let's go, baby.
All right, whatever. I guess we're picking Rutgers, but not Indiana. Disrespectful.
Indiana's Rutgers wipes.
Hey, one team went to the semifinals of the conference tournament. One team lost in the first round.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. I don't care.
All right, and now we got UCLA taking this next game against Akron. You know the vibes. Akron's not really much. They won their conference tournament. They beat Kent State in the championship after Kent State, a couple of their players didn't even play in that game because they sent out a disrespectful Snapchat video towards Akron and they like suspended them from the game. And then Akron won the game. I don't think they're competent against this hot UCLA team. I really like them going to the tournament. They have experience. They know what they're doing. They have a lot of returners, and they're winning this game against Akron.
Yeah, I got Akron.
You got Akron?
So they're a good defensive team. The head coach, John Gross, took 13 seeded Ohio to the Sweet 16 10 years ago. He's experienced. They're young. They're confident. No seniors. Roll Akron, baby.
Wait, how is that like valid? They're young and they're confident.
Yeah, they're young and confident, bro.
Against going against a veteran team that made the Final Four last year.
Next year they can play the tournament the next year. Junior year they can play the tournament the next year. This is not their last year. They have nothing to lose.
Shane,
UCLA
please
is
tell me
nervous.
All right, wait, hold up. Let me just read you 3 names on Akron real quick. You got Ali Ali.
Oh yeah.
You got Kobe Mitchell.
Elite.
And you have Michael Wynn. Like
elite.
That team is winning, bro. I'm going with Akron. Akron.
No. We can't be serious.
We're serious.
Pick Akron.
Okay, no. You guys actually have this in your bracket?
I actually have like a gut feeling UCLA's done first round.
Yes. UCLA has too much pressure, bro.
I have them going to the Elite 8 in my bracket.
Damn, too bad, bro.
I'm just saying that right now. I think Baylor's losing, but now they're not losing if they're playing St. Mary's or Akron. So
no, who's playing Akron, bro? Akron's on all the way. You're crazy.
That's ridiculous, but I guess we're going with Akron. That's probably going to be an L. But now we're going down to Texas and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is really hot. They just won their ACC tournament against some really good teams like Duke. They're really hot. Texas is not hot. They did not end the season well with the loss to TCU. And I've been saying this Texas team is fraudulent for a really long time. And I'm going to stick with that. I'm going with Virginia Tech to win this game.
Same.
Also, an interesting fact. Last year, Texas, they were a 3 seed, got upset in the first round by Abilene Christian as a 14 seed. They're going to lose again and get upset again as a 6 seed.
Yeah, but I feel like everyone kind of has Virginia Tech winning, so I don't know how much of an upset it is.
It's
But yeah,
Still technically an upset. Tech's still a
yeah,
decent.
yeah,
I mean, Virginia Tech
yeah.
is not all that. They're not all that.
Yeah.
Then we got Purdue and Yale. Not much of a game here. One team, Purdue,
Yale
great.
easy.
Now the number one offensive team in efficiency. They have a 7'4" giant who gets an extreme amount of boards, and then they have Jaden Ivey, who's an NBA ready talent. And they have some great pieces around them. Purdue's winning this game easily.
I
I
think
got
Yale's
Yale.
gonna outsmart them.
Yeah. I saw Auburn lost by 22 points, St. Mary lost by 27, and Seton Hall lost by 40. And, I think that's like giving them motivation to really win this game. They lost those games by so much. They only really have one elite scorer. They rely a lot on self-creation and little ball movement, but I think that all ties in. They're smart kids. They go to Ivy League school. I think they use their intelligence and beat Purdue, who's just not ready for them.
No, I am going with Purdue.
Yeah, I'm going Purdue too.
Yeah.
I'm trolling.
Oh, and Joey, we were trolling
Joey.
about Akron.
You're trolling. Put UCLA back in, buddy. Please.
Joey?
He's having a moment right now.
Sorry. My computer is low. But so we're switching to UCLA?
Yeah,
we
okay.
were trolling.
Thank you. Okay.
Hey, but Allie, bro. Don't be surprised when he drops it.
All right. Moving on. This is actually a pretty good game here. Murray State, 13-2. Really impressive season this year. Obviously won their conference tournament. And they're a really solid team. And they're going to get up against a San Francisco team who's stellar on defense. So it should be a pretty good game. But I'm going to go with Murray State. They've just been too good. 30-2 record is ridiculous, and I got them winning.
Yeah, same reasons. San Francisco could win though.
They could, yeah, for sure. I mean, they are local, so I don't know.
Yeah,
true.
Well, not for you, Alex, but
they are kind
Shut
of.
Shut up, Alex.
Don't you worry. They're still local for me, guys. Don't worry.
No.
All right. Now we got Kentucky and St. Peter's. Should be a really. No, I'm kidding. Kentucky's absolutely going to wipe St. Peter's. One team is good off on the boards. One team is terrible on the boards. Kentucky's going to wipe them. What?
But what if they don't? What if me and Alex both picked St. Peter's right now?
No, please pick Kentucky.
No, I got Kentucky going pretty darn far. So
I got Kentucky going pretty darn far too.
So
I got Kentucky going pretty darn far.
I'm gonna pick them to win in the first round. All right, let's just stay in this just to make things quicker. You guys got Baylor, North Carolina.
Baylor, North Carolina. Baylor.
This is kind of tough. I mean, North Carolina. Baylor's a team that could be easily upset. Baylor
I've seen. I
have UCLA upsetting Baylor at least in the next round.
Same.
But we remember that Illinois team that I actually picked to win the whole thing last year. They lost to an 8 seed in Loyola Chicago. This UNC team is very valid with a really good big man. So they could definitely win this game, but I think they're coming off a year where they won the national championship. They know what they're doing. They have really good coaching, really good experience, and I think they're going to win this game. What do you guys got? St. Mary's, UCLA.
Ukla.
Yeah, UCLA has too many scores. St. Mary's can't handle them. UCLA is winning this game. They're a really good team. They almost beat Arizona in the conference tournament championship. I really like them.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're elite.
All right, you guys got in Virginia Tech, Purdue.
Virginia Tech.
Oof. I agree.
They're so hot.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I had Purdue. No, Purdue's garbage. They have a good offense, but it's not going to be good.
They are not garbage, and they're winning this game.
No.
But my thing is they are not good on defense. They're a liability on defense. Actually, that 7'4" guy, he is he's probably their biggest liability on defense, believe it or not. But they're too good offensively. They're better than anyone in the ACC. And they're gonna beat Virginia Tech and tear their hopes up.
Anyways,
But I guess our consensus pick is Virginia Tech for this mashup bracket. So we're going Virginia Tech. And then we got Murray State in Kentucky. This could be a close game. Murray State is a really good team. They could be a sleeper team to go pretty far. But like I said, I have Kentucky going pretty darn far. Kentucky ranks 25th in all major offensive stat categories, top 4 in offensive rebounds, and they have a chip on their shoulder. And chip on their shoulder after that bad loss to Tennessee. I really like what they do. Kellen Grady and Oscar Tshiebwe and Ty Washington running the point guard. And I really like them in this spot against Murray State. And they're going to be too good for any team in this.
Yeah, Kentucky's winning 68-65.
Oh, dumb prediction. Love that. Yeah, I can see it being that close.
All right, let's move over to the region right next to them, the Midwest region. Kansas and Creighton, who you guys got? I got Kansas.
I got
Same.
Kansas.
I think Creighton's run ends here. The Kansas kind of plays like Villanova in a way. Both good offensively. Kansas is a really good offensive team, and I think they're going to get the job done against Creighton. Especially with that Agbadi guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he is a really good player. Iowa and South Dakota State. What?
Iowa
and South Dakota State. 2 very high-powered offenses, like we've talked about.
Iowa.
But we're all going with Iowa here. I think South Dakota State's winning streak ends. Iowa's just too good at shooting the basketball. They have that guy in Keegan Murray. He's absolutely incredible in what he does. And I really like them in the tournament. They're hot. They won the conference tournament, and they're winning this game against South Dakota State. All right, LSU and Wisconsin. I got Wisconsin in this one. I don't know about you guys, but I think Johnny Davis and this squad, Chucky Hepburn's good on-ball defense. I think they're going to get it done.
Yeah, I also have Wisconsin. Like you said, Johnny Davis, I think will clutch up, have a big tournament.
Yeah, he needs to.
I had Iowa State, but because it's LSU, I got Wisconsin.
All right, Auburn and Miami. This is interesting. But my sleeper team of this tournament to make it 2 rounds as a 10 seed is Miami. And this is because Auburn is very they can easily be upset. I mean, they have some concerns in the backcourt. Obviously not in the front court with Jabari Smith and Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler is really good. He's really good big. Jabari Smith is really good big. But they let teams in too close. And this Miami team can win close games. And they can push the pace offensively and take advantage of mishaps by Auburn. And I think Auburn's gonna choke this one, like they have numerous times, like against Texas A&M, and they lost a good amount of bad games at the end of the season, even though they're credited with a 2 seed. I did like them at one point, but now I don't. Miami's winning this game.
I have Auburn. I don't think they lost that many games during the season, did they?
I got Auburn too. I can't
Bro,
lie.
they lost to like A&M and then like.
Well, they lost some bad games.
I mean, their losses are to Tennessee, UConn, Arkansas. Those are good losses. Like I don't mind those. They lost by 5, 6, and 4. It's not that awful.
All right, but they're prone to be upset. I think so.
No,
I disagree. So Auburn.
All right. I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me, but it's okay.
No one agrees with you.
do they though?
There's really not a single person that agrees with you.
Okay. Arizona and TCU, like I said, this could be a good game. Who knows? But I think Arizona's too good, too deep. They have everyone in their lineup has a role and can do something, and I really like them. They're an NBA style team, like I said before. I have them winning.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Houston and Illinois. Like I said, Houston's fraudulent. I have UAB beating them in the first round, so I definitely have Illinois beating them in the second round. I think Kofi Cockburn would be too much. I think they're going to step it up. I was really banking on them last year to do good, but this year, I think they can be dominant. I just like them when what they do as a team, and I think they're going to be hungry to get some W's. So I like them against Houston.
Yeah, Houston, like I said, they suck.
Wow. I
So
like Houston.
Houston's
I
gonna
like Houston a
suck.
lot, but they have
Cockburn.
free throw shooting. I think I'm gonna make a prediction. Houston is only gonna lose because they shoot less than 50% from the free throw line in this game. There you go.
What's the final score prediction?
57-53.
All right.
Low scoring.
All right, interesting. All right, we got Michigan and Tennessee. Tennessee, one of the best teams lately.
Tennessee.
I
Tennessee. Don't
think-
even talk about it.
Yeah, I think
Tennessee.
Tennessee's taking this dub. I think they're gonna be too much for Michigan in this spot defensively, and they're just a really good team. So I got them moving on. Okay, so I already know we agree with that. And we're moving on to Loyola Chicago and Villanova. I could see Loyola Chicago winning this game. Honestly, I think they could pull off this upset. This could be our 2-round sleeper team, but I'm gonna go with Villanova. So you guys would both have to pick Loyola. I
I'll
think
start first. Then I know who I'm picking. I have Loyola, so I'm one of the two. I'm rolling with her. Sister Jean, don't doubt it, bro. They're clearly an experienced team. They can make noise again. I think this is my 2-round, like 10 seed sleeper we were
I
talking
think
about.
Colin Gillespie is just gonna be too much and too good. He shoots the highest percentage from three, I believe, in the nation at like 42%, which is ridiculous. And he just shows up in big games. He's such a calm player, so cool and collected. I think he's gonna get the job done.
Going with Villanova.
Yeah, Jay Wright's also too good of a coach. Moving on to the West region. Gonzaga and Memphis. I think Memphis. They've been hot lately, but I think they've been too hot. And Gonzaga is gonna get the dub. Or no, they've not been. I think their hot run stops here. Gonzaga is gonna take this W. They're too good, and they're not losing in the second round, in my opinion.
Gonzaga, easy. Nice. Next one.
All right, UConn and Arkansas. This is
It's a
a
close
good game.
Tough.
This is
This is
tough.
real
JD Note and Jalen Williams are really good for Arkansas.
tough.
But I'm going with UConn. I've loved Arkansas for so long this year. But I'm going to go with UConn. I really like how they've been playing. I know that Arkansas has sort of a history of losing sort of early. I really like their coaching though. Eric Musselman is a great coach, which makes me really want to put them in the next round. But UConn also has good coaching. They also they're known to make some noise in March when they have a good team. And I like Sonogo. I like RJ Cole. I think they're getting the job done, finding a way.
Yeah.
I think. Go ahead, Shane. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I agree. I think UConn's gonna win, but it's kind of a toss up.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I was
both
gonna
teams are playing well.
If you put Arkansas against any other team, I think they win. Because the fatal flaw with Arkansas, I love Arkansas, is that they lack like big men play. And I think that, bam, right there, UConn. Offensive rebounding, they're like the best in the league or something like that.
Yeah.
40% of offensive is wild.
And we saw them beat Colin Gillespie, not in the tournament, the Big East tournament, but in the regular season. So I think they could do the same thing with JD Note, even though JD Note has been a lot better this season than Colin Gillespie. Texas Tech versus Rutgers. Rutgers' run ends here for me, even though I didn't even have them winning the first round. But Texas Tech is too good defensively, too good of a team. They are experienced. They've been here before, and I got them winning, moving on to the Sweet 16.
Roll Tech.
Yeah, I also have Texas Tech.
All right, we got Michigan State and Duke. Like I said, Tom is on Coach K. I think Duke's going to be too much. I think Coach K is going to live to see another day, go to the Sweet 16 again. And I think Boncaro and AJ Griffin are going to be too much. I think Duke's got to get it done. All right. Oh, were you going to say you agree or?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, that's good. All right. We'll stay in this one. We'll stay in the West. You guys got Gonzaga or UConn. Actually, I'll start. This is a game that could legitimately be an upset for Gonzaga. This is the type of team that they could lose to. Gonzaga doesn't bode well if they get shut down, if their big men get shut down low in the post, like against St. Mary's. They lost that game. Against St. Mary's, they lost that game because Timmy got shut down. If Sonogo and UConn can shut them down, they can win this game. They can upset them. But I think Gonzaga is just too good. They're better than last year. They're better defensively than last year. And Chet Holmgren is a really good player. So is Drew Timme. I think they're going to be too much, in my opinion.
I
can't really pick against them, to be honest.
Yeah, I really want to pick UConn, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If there wasn't the consequences of losing UConn in the first round or second round, potentially, I would pick them just based on this game. But I can't pick them because there's the slim chance that they lose in the first round, and my entire bracket is
gone. Exactly. Yeah. They can lose in the first. Literally, both those games are close for us. We were talking
about.
So,
it's too much of a risk.
Yeah, we got to have a decently conservative bracket. But we also got to win, you know?
Yeah.
Duke and Texas Tech. This is a really good game. One team has a star, Boncaro. He could be the number one pick. And the other team is the number one team defensively in college basketball. But my thing here is Duke is too young. Their offensive players are too young. They're not going to be able to handle Texas Tech's defense. I got defense moving on. I got Texas Tech ending Coach K's career in the Sweet 16, sending Texas Tech to the Elite Eight. They're proven. We know what they can do. I think I have Duke beating them in some of my brackets, but I like this. I like this for Texas Tech, and I have Duke finally like messing up like they did against UNC, like they did against Virginia Tech. You know, they're gonna have one of those games. What about you?
What?
I said Sam.
Oh.
All right.
Are
you picking differently?
I had Duke, yeah. Better, but
that's unfortunate, man.
I know I could totally see Duke losing, like even like Michigan State. Like they've been inconsistent, but I had them making a run for Coach K.
Okay.
For sure. All right. We got Arizona and Illinois. Good game right here. In my opinion, Arizona is just going to roll through this game. I think they're going to be too much for Illinois. Even with Kofi Cockburn, they just have too much height, too much. Like everyone's good on the floor for them, and they're just so well rounded. And Benedict Matherin's a great guard. He's a tall guard, so they just have a tall team in general. I think they're going to be able to shut down Illinois' offense. I think they're going to move on. What about you guys?
Yeah, I got Arizona as well. Too elite.
Same.
All right, we got Villanova and Tennessee. Tennessee has obviously been playing some really good basketball against some really good teams lately, and Villanova has also been playing some good basketball. They won the Big East. This is a game of two conference champions. But I'm going to go with Tennessee. They've been playing too good. They've been playing too good defensively. They beat Kentucky convincingly. I think they're not losing this game against the Villanova team that I don't have that much confidence in. But I do have a lot of confidence in this Tennessee team and the way they've been playing. And I like them moving on to the Elite Eight. You guys agree or no?
I had Loyola Chicago obviously in the spot, so I thought it was going to be a comfortable Tennessee win against Loyola Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think
I want to pick Villanova, but Tennessee's literally been like one of, if not the hottest team in college basketball. So.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go down to the Midwest, where we got Kansas and Iowa. And this is where I have Kansas losing. I have Iowa getting past this game. Iowa has been playing so good, and they're going to keep playing so good. Keegan Murray is always the best player on the floor, and he's going to continue to be the best player on the floor in this game. Their offense is too good. They can just shoot the lights out whenever they want. And Kansas is just not going to be able to keep up with them, in my opinion. Even though Iowa doesn't have that great, they don't really have big play, but Kansas doesn't have that great big play either.
I disagree. I think Kansas is like really, really legit as a 1 seed. Like they had a really good resume, and I think they beat Iowa here.
All right, hold up. If we pick
I-
all 1 seeds, I'm going to be pissed. All right.
Well, we're not going to pick all 1 seeds, but like Kansas is the best 1 seed, I think, on this bracket.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Kansas is better than Iowa.
You think Kansas is better than Gonzaga and Arizona?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell
Well,
no.
maybe not Arizona, but
Hell no.
I think it's close, though. I think it's close.
Gonzaga this year is literally better than they were last year, and that's
man.
saying something. Kansas, they're not going to have that home court advantage in the tournament. I'm sorry.
Wait, I thought you literally called Gonzaga frauds.
What?
You
I
said they were
swear you-
open to upset.
I swear you said Gonzaga were frauds.
Well, I have them losing in the Final Four, but they're really good. But I have them not winning the.
Are
whole
they
thing.
really good?
Yes, they're really good. What?
Are
Joey,
they?
I
Are
have
they better?
a message from you saying Gonzaga is gonna sell in March. They literally
Yeah.
just
In the
same
final,
area.
but looking at this bracket though, they're getting the Final Four, in my opinion.
Third,
Like I said, they could get upset by UConn in that game.
All right. Well, anyways, we both picked Kansas, so put Kansas on that freaking
right,
bracket.
putting
and take
Kansas,
the L. Hold
but-
that.
But we'll see later when Iowa wins that game.
Oh
Hold it,
no,
Joey.
Oregon's winning nothing. Bro. They're
Auburn
losing
and
in the first round.
Wisconsin. I don't even have Auburn here. I picked Miami to get here, and I'm gonna go with Wisconsin to get to the Elite Eight. I think Johnny Davis is gonna be too much. But the thing is here, these are like two opposite teams, which is kind of weird to think about. Auburn has some concerns in the backcourt, and Wisconsin has concerns in the front court. Auburn obviously has Jabari Smith and Walker Kessler in the front court, two great players. That could be a real problem for Wisconsin. But Johnny Davis could be a problem for Johnny Davis and Davison and Chucky Hepburn could be a problem for Auburn. So I'm gonna roll with the backcourts in this game, and I'm gonna go with Wisconsin to outplay them, out strategize them, and win this game.
As you know, I have Iowa State here instead of Wisconsin. And as you know, we roll Iowa State. Let's go, baby. Iowa State. Send them
Who
in
are you
right
picking?
now. Put them in. No, don't matter.
This
Put
is
them
our
Iowa State.
consensus bracket. Who you got?
Here,
You got right here.
I got Auburn then. I got Auburn. Auburn's better than Wisconsin.
Shane, who you got?
There you
I got Wisconsin.
Yes, sir.
go.
All right.
Frauds, bro. Iowa State wipes.
No, you're gonna be surprised when they lose. I don't even know what your reasoning is for Iowa State, but
Alex, you're convincing me.
State.
You're convincing me Iowa State's gonna like win it all right now.
Ohio
If
State.
they win it all, I swear to God, everyone on this podcast owes me $500 if they win it
Oh
all.
my god, I don't know a single other person that is this high on Iowa State. I don't know why you're this high on Iowa State, but I guess
Roll
we'll see.
Iowa State. Bro.
I guess we'll see how they do. Baylor and UCLA. I got UCLA winning this game. I don't think Baylor's all that. We saw them lose to Oklahoma. I mean, they won the whole thing last year, but I think they're not going to be able to do the same thing this year. UCLA is going to be too much. They've been playing too good at basketball lately. Too many scores. Johnny Juzang comes up big. They got that experience. They got the talent. They got pretty much everyone coming back from that Final Four run last year. Why can't they do it again? They're going to the Elite Eight.
Because they're frauds.
Facts.
Akron
Actually,
wipes.
What?
Bring back Akron. Bring back Akron, baby. Bring it all the way back.
You guys got UCLA or Baylor?
I have UCLA
Sure.
as well.
Yeah,
Well, like partly because we just can't. I don't want to have 4-1 seeds in the Elite Eight, but I think like it's like you said, it's like pretty much the same core as last year. So why can't they do it again? They are small lineup, but we've seen them get it done.
Yep. All right. What's up, Alex?
I said I agree.
Okay.
Ooh.
Kentucky and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, I didn't have them going this far, but the fact they got here, pretty crazy. But I'm gonna roll with Kentucky. They're too good. They got a chip on their shoulder. Like I said, they're gonna keep making the run. Coach Calipari's hungry. The team's hungry. They got one of the best players in the nation in Oscar Tshiebwe and Kellen Grady, and they're beating Virginia Tech again in the Elite Eight.
I agree.
Same.
All right, let's just stick here. Who you guys got, UCLA or Kentucky?
Kentucky.
I think this is going to be, if it ever got to this, I think it'd be such a good game. But
Such a good game.
This would be a good game. But I'm gonna go with Kentucky here too. I just really like the way they've been playing. They're very good offensively, top 25 in every major offensive stat category, like I said before. UCLA, they're good. Don't get me wrong, but they're gonna have to get escorted in the Elite Eight this year. They're not getting back to the Final Four. Kentucky's moving on. Kansas and Wisconsin. In this game, I actually had Iowa and Wisconsin, but that's all right because Kansas is also a good team. But I'm gonna pick Wisconsin again. Wisconsin, Johnny Davis is a star. He's gonna get the job done. He's gonna have a hell of a game. Chucky Hepburn's a great on-ball defender. He can lock down Agbaji or whatever his name is. And then Davison's gonna be playing how he usually does because this is last year and he's going to be hungry to win. And I got them beating Kansas and going to the Final Four.
I actually originally did pick Wisconsin in my Final Four, but that's also when I had Baylor, I think, in my Final Four. And you know how I said that Johnny Davis is going to bring it in the tournament? Well,
Yeah.
he's not in this game. He's going to sell against Kansas. We saw against Michigan State, he shot 3 of 19 and they lost. He's going to do that again. He's going to shoot, my prediction, 4 of 15 in this game. Mark it down. Come back when this is right.
All right.
Kansas.
What a pick. As you know,
Let's go Kansas.
as you guys know, I had Iowa State in this spot, and we roll. Go Iowa State!
Wait, Alex, you actually have Iowa State in your Final Four now?
Yes, I have Iowa State. No, but
In your
real
Final
stuff though. I have Iowa State losing to Kansas here.
Okay.
I had them losing to Kansas here anyways, so it works out.
All right. Kansas to the Final Four according to our Mayo Show consensus. This could be a pretty boring bracket as we might have 3 1 seeds, which usually doesn't bode well, but we will see. But just letting you know, I have Iowa as of right now in the Final Four, either them or Wisconsin, but I think I'm going to go with Iowa. So in the Midwest, I have Iowa coming out, just letting you guys know. And then we got Arizona and Tennessee. I think Arizona is going to be too much, even for the great defense that Tennessee has. I think they're just too good all around. Great coaching in Tommy Lloyd. He won Pac-12 Coach of the Year. They've done everything they needed to in the regular season. And I think Tennessee's run's going to stop here.
Same. I got Arizona.
Yeah,
They can't score like Arizona.
No,
Right.
but one of these three seeds is making it to the Final Four.
Texas Tech.
Oh, bet. All right, so me and Alex will pick Texas Tech.
Yeah, we'll take Texas
No,
Tech.
we're not.
I had Tech in my bracket in the finals, and I'm still rolling with it.
Wait, so you're picking Texas Tech over? So we're picking Texas Tech over Gonzaga here.
Yep.
Shane, are you agreeing with that?
Yeah, because we can't have 3 1 seeds.
Why can't we have Wisconsin?
We have Kentucky.
Well, all right. Okay, so I guess we're going Texas Tech, but Gonzaga would win this game if they get to this point and they play Texas Tech. Texas Tech can't handle, can't hold up with them offensively.
No, Tony,
Like I said, Texas
at
Tech.
this point, if this game
Yeah,
happens,
what are you-
Texas Tech is winning.
saying?
No one is
Texas
saying
Tech.
that. No, you are saying that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay?
I am saying
You
this.
are saying that.
I'm saying this.
No,
We're
that's not what you
picking
said. You were acting like it was just like a consensuous pick
fact.
that we were
Yeah,
all
actually,
agreeing.
no.
Texas Tech
I'm just saying
losing
it's
Gonzaga.
gonna happen.
It just happened.
It's gonna we're gonna get this wrong if it gets to
Bet
this
that.
point.
Bet that.
Gonzaga
Bet that.
Gonzaga
Bet
is
it.
too good offensively.
Bet it.
and
Bet it.
Right
Texas
now.
Tech cannot hold
Nah,
them.
Joey. If it's Texas Tech Gonzaga here, how much will you bet?
I'll bet you $20.
All right, let's do it.
Okay,
Let's run it.
bet.
If it's Texas Tech Gonzaga, let's run it.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, are me and Alex splitting
that's light.
10 and 10?
That's light.
No, screw you, Shane. You got to put in 20 then.
What? But then how is that? Then Joey has. Wait, no.
Joey puts in 40.
That's light.
40, 28.
All right.
All right, Joey.
Anyway,
you agree?
Gonzaga.
Sure,
is
yeah.
They,
Joey, you owe
Texas
us
Tech
40. if Texas
can't
Tech
hang
wins.
Joey,
with
you owe us
them
40
offensively. They can't hang with them. And Texas Tech needs to hold teams low to be able to win. And they're going to be able to do that against these other teams, but not Gonzaga. Not Gonzaga. And Mark Few. Mark Few is hungry to get a win.
Yeah, hungry to lose in the finals.
He's going to get to the Final Four once again, and they're going to roll to the Final
and lose
Four.
again.
Although we have Texas Tech. So now we got Texas Tech and Kentucky in the Final Four.
Guys, real quick before we go on, I want you to know that my Final Four is the exact same as the consensus. Oh Jesus, consensus. Jesus, I can't speak. It's the same. It's the exact same.
Consensus.
It's the exact same. I want you guys to know that. So the real winner here is me.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how you have persuaded Shane like this.
What are you talking about? That's not even it. He had Iowa State in his Elite Eight, bro.
Okay.
Hey, fine, Joey. If you'd rather put Tennessee where Texas Tech or where Arizona is, and then put Zaga where Texas Tech is, that's fine. But we cannot have 3-1 seeds.
There's no way we're doing that.
All right. Well, no, we can keep.
Joey,
this is
Joey,
fine.
Would you rather do that?
This is our Mayo Show consensus bracket. We're not changing
Arizona
this.
is not losing to Tennessee, Shane.
We're not changing this. Okay.
Tennessee.
Texas Tech and Kentucky. In my bracket, I have Kentucky going all the way. They are going to be my national championship. They're going to be my national champion. I just love Kentucky in this game and in the tournament against anyone. I like them against Gonzaga, who I have them playing, because I think they're going to be too much. Oscar Shiba is going to be too much. I think he's going to shut down Timmy, and they're going to shut down Chet, and they just need to shut down Timmy, because that's what they did against St. Mary's, and Gonzaga lost that game. I think Kentucky's capable of doing that. They're capable of shooting the lights out with Kellen Grady. I think they can get it done. I think they're going to get it done against Texas Tech. Like I said, Texas Tech is not going to be able to keep up with this great offense in Kentucky and this great coaching with John Calipari. And they're going to have a chip on their shoulder, and they're going to get this. They're going to get this done. Alex, who you got?
I want
Kentucky.
What? Texas Tech.
Well, it doesn't matter because I'm picking Kentucky. See, Joey, I'm not just getting persuaded.
Nice. Okay. Nice.
I have Kentucky, but I want to go Texas.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you know. You just changed it. You literally just pressed edit and then.
This man is changing it as we speak.
Yeah.
But
wait, yeah, you literally texted you had 3-1 seeds, Alex. What?
No, it did change before that though, because I don't like Gonzaga. I always picked St. Mary's over Gonzaga, like if they played.
Okay.
I had my bracket like that originally.
All right.
It's been a long run for my bracket.
We got the other Final Four in New Orleans on April 2nd, Arizona and Kansas. This should be another good game. But I'm going to go with Arizona to reach the national championship. I think Arizona is too good of a team there, and not one guy can stop one player on Arizona. Benedict Mathurin is a dog. They have a great supporting cast, great coaching. I think Arizona's bound to get to the national championship. I think they're just such a good team.
Alex, who are you picking?
I got Arizona too.
Okay, so it doesn't matter
All right.
who I pick because I don't know who I was going to pick.
Oh, you're
All
a
right.
Kansas fan?
No, I don't know who I was going to pick.
We got Kentucky and Arizona, and like I said, Kentucky's my national champion. I want to tell you guys something. The last Kentucky team, or a different Kentucky team that lost in their SEC tournament, in the championship, they came out and won the national championship in the tournament, and that was the Anthony Davis team. This is going to be a team like that. They're going to be hungry. They're going to have a chip on their shoulder. John Calipari is going to coach them up. They're going to be firing on all cylinders. Kellen Gray's going to be wet from downtown. Oscar Shiba is going to be a horse. And,
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
Ty Washington's going to be
What are
handling
you
the ball.
talking about?
Handling the ball at the 1. And they're going to get the
Alright,
job done.
so-
And Kenneth
Stop
and Kentucky.
talking.
Kentucky's going to be your national champion.
You heard it here first on the Mayo Show. Kentucky, it's going to be some wet horses to win the national
wait.
championship.
All right, you can see there my picks from the beginning.
You told
Arizona.
me before you
78.
had Kentucky.
Arizona. I changed it again. This
Dude,
this is
oh my
before-
God.
No. This was before the podcast. You can check when I made these submitted picks. You can check when I changed them.
Wait,
Okay.
hold
Arizona,
up. Before,
Kentucky.
Joey, do not say it because I also have Arizona, but I literally said Arizona before.
Okay,
I
no,
still
I
thought
got
outside.
you. Yeah, it's fine. All right,
Yeah.
so our pick is Arizona.
Yeah.
I guess so. Hey,
What-
hey,
you guys wanna
how
talk
do
about
we
this?
tiebreaker?
I want
how
to
do we find it?
apologize to Joey because I feel like he did get most of his picks.
You know what?
Like,
Screw
out of
you,
all-
Joe. You didn't let me take Iowa State, bro. I'm pissed.
You know what? Go back. I'm picking Iowa.
Let's go. Change it right now.
No, I'm
Change it
kidding.
right-
I'm kidding.
Hey, no, we're not. It's too late. It's too late.
Please.
But we will
joking.
remember you if they go far.
I'm
We'll
not
remember you.
actually. a
Okay,
psycho.
what is the final
We gotta
score?
pick a tiebreaker.
What is the final
Ooh,
score?
all right, Alex, you give
What's
your
your
final
tiebreaker
score. I
say?
give mine, and we average it out.
Wait,
Oh,
I'm,
Joey.
I'm doing
Mine-
this too.
yeah.
What the hell?
Okay.
What is this?
Mine is
Joey,
78,
what if,
72.
what if you pick like 100-0 Kentucky? So then
But I'm
we have
not.
to
I'm
pick-
gonna pick 77 to 73.
Oh, mine's
Okay.
78-72.
Mine was 66-65, I think.
I think it's
Or
got to be a
67,
4-point game.
67-66. 67-66.
All right, so then how do we do that though? Because Joey's picking.
I
for
say it's gonna be a
Kentucky.
4-point game. I don't know.
I say 1.
1.
Well, no, Joey, make your tiebreaker score for Arizona, or else we can't do it.
Wait, I'll
I'll
yeah.
make it the same. Okay, 76 to 72.
Who's winning that,
Okay.
Joey?
Arizona, because that's what we
Okay.
have.
Alex, what was your Arizona score? I'll do the math. Just your Arizona one.
Arizona 78.
Okay, and mine was 67. Okay, so Arizona will score 74 according to that average.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
what was your
Mine's
Kentucky-
72.
okay,
72.
Alex?
72.
And mine was 66. 70.
Hey, that's a 4-point game.
That's a good game. That's a really good game.
All right.
74, 70.
Well, our
Submit the
consensus
picks. Enter
our
the
consensus
tourneys.
pick for our national champion on this episode
Submit.
32 of the Mayo Show is
Joey,
Arizona.
enter sweepstakes real quick.
Enter everything. Enter everything. I'm pissed we didn't pick Iowa State, bro.
Is Arizona. My winner is going to be Kentucky, and both their winners, I believe, are Arizona.
Wait, Joey, what was your final four then?
Mine might be Kansas.
My final four is Gonzaga, Kentucky, Arizona, and Iowa.
And
My
Shane, what was your-
my national champion is still under consideration. Like I could have Kansas, Arizona, or Kentucky.
All right.
But-
Well,
I mean, probably not Kentucky, but
it's a great time of the year nonetheless. We get to have these arguments over March Madness and these upsets that we will see this week. I'm really excited.
madness.
It is madness. I'm really excited. And that just about wraps it up for this episode 32 of the Mayo
No,
Show.
I'm sorry. Can
We'll see
we
you
go
guys in the
back and
next
change
one.
Iowa State, please?
We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
We're gonna regret it.